And now, the Mentor Helene Kia Sports Report.
And welcome back. There's a lot of exciting things happening in sports today. Matt Babb is here to join us and let us know
what's going on. Thanks, Chris. Russ?
Hey, man.
So the latest is this crazy Notre Dame story. This guy apparently had a fake girlfriend, and now she's dead, and I don't know. Anyhow, Chip Kelly. Nope, there he is. That's the guy. So he has this fake girlfriend, and she's dead, and his grandmother died, and everyone took sympathy on him, and we're not sure why. It seems like a strange story to me.
I agree with you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bruce, I like to interact, so make sure you have their mics open occasionally.
Yeah, no problem.
So,
it's a bizarre story.
But anyhow.
That's him. He was the runner-up for the Heisman. Right?
Correct. He was the second-place finisher. Teo something. Had a horrible BCS championship game.
Manti Teo, I must say, I thought he was a pretty good kid for Notre Dame.
Yeah. Can I get to this next story?
Yeah, let's go to the next.
Okay, good. So Chip Kelly, who supposedly was going to be the Browns coach and then disappeared back to Philadelphia to interview with them and then went back to Oregon.
He's a weasel.
He's a weasel.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to have him. We don't have him. Anyhow, he's signed with Philadelphia today, and he'll be their new coach, and he's got all kinds of power, and that's amazing. Another familiar face, Mark Trestman, even though it says Alec in the script, Mark Trestman will be the new Bears head coach. He signed a 16-year deal worth $400 million.
Wow. I didn't get that.
That's going to be embarrassing if he loses his first 4 games, isn't it?
That will be, yeah.
Another familiar face is former offensive coordinator Bruce Arians, who was with the Browns back in 1926 and had some good numbers under Arians. He then went to Pittsburgh and groomed Ben Roethlisberger, who we all hate, except Brooke.
I like him.
And was in the hospital. Now he's out. He's interviewing for jobs, and the Cardinals would like to talk to him. Ken Wisenhunt, who almost became the Browns coach. Apparently everyone has some tie to Cleveland here.
Chris almost became the Browns coach.
Chris was also the Browns coach, yes.
I did interview.
Rumor has it he's now going to Denver to be some sort of a coordinator. Offensive coordinator, it looks like, according to the Philadelphia Daily News. Jason Garrett, Cowboys head coach and Cleveland Heights native, plays for the Cavs.
He's the coach of the Cowboys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, he's on shaky ground. Jerry Jones does not like what he's been up to.
Wants him to give up play calling.
I don't know what he did. Yeah, he's giving up play calling. That's probably a good idea. The Cowboys haven't made the playoffs in 15 years. The Cavs headed out to Portland last night to continue their 5-game road trip. 10 p.m. tip-off tonight. The Trailblazers coming off a tough game last night. Went into overtime. This guy shot right here and made it. And then this guy shot.
Did you mention they were 9-31?
Sure. He also made it.
This guy gave him a high five. Wow.
And that's all I have. I'm pretty sure we're all better off for having sat through that.
Matt, thank you so much. It's awesome.
Glad to help.
Thanks for watching, if in fact you are still watching. Brian Williams is up next.
Jimmy and Robin will be back tonight at 7. Remember, you can always find the latest news and weather updates on WKYC.com.
Thanks for watching Channel 3 News. Get the latest news, weather, and sports on the go with our brand new iPad app. Download it for free now in the iTunes Store.
Monica Robbins has more. Thank you, John Anderson. Monica Robbins now joins us now with more on that. Monica?
I think they floated Monica.
There's no Monica? Oh, Monica's been floated. Her piece wasn't ready. I apologize.
Breaking news, Monica has been floated.
Let's move on.
Weren't you here for the earlier?
Everyone is still talking about the Notre Dame football player who appears to be at the center of an elaborate hoax.
Jim Donovan joins us now with the very latest. Jim, great T-shirt that you got on.
Thank you, Maureen. This is the stupidest story I've ever heard. This guy has a fake girlfriend who he didn't know for an entire year, and there he is, Manti Teo. Didn't meet her for an entire year. He met her on Facebook, supposedly. Sounds like Brian Crane. Something that he would be involved in.
Maybe we should bring him up here.
Anyhow, recently the picture surfaced of the fake girlfriend, and it looks exactly like Kayla, the floor director, which is kind of creepy. Anyhow, Manti says he doesn't know anything about this. It was all a hoax, and he's trying to get to the bottom of this as soon as he possibly can.
Do you believe him, Jim? Do you think he's telling the truth? Do you think he's lying?
I think it's a baloney story, and he's stupid either way. He's either dumb for not knowing she was fake or dumb for trying to institute this hoax.
All right, Jimmy.
All right. Thank you very much for that report.
And in a related story, a new generation of daters see
the family.
Many homeowners who were wrongfully foreclosed upon are calling for criminal charges to be filed against these big bank executives. Sherrod Brown says they could definitely be held liable, or that banks should pay fines for illegal activities. Russ, Chris, back to you.
That was the most amazing report I've ever heard in my entire life. That made me cry. That made me cry. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Maureen.
That's same reaction.
Oh, Bruce.
this cold weather is going to make a lot of people cry.
Yeah, that'll be something else, but if you do, you'll have icicles going down here.
The moment you've been waiting for, Maureen. Jimmy
We've
is
all
here.
been waiting
Yes,
for it.
Jimmy is here with sports. And Jimmy, you're leading with the, looks like the Browns coaching staff.
That is correct, Russ. And if it were 1988, I would be ecstatic to tell you that Norv Turner is the new Browns offensive coordinator. But it's 2013, and I don't think it's going to help a whole lot. He's 70 years old. He comes to us from San Diego, where he was 10-6 every year and has lost the first-round playoff game in every season. And I don't think he's ever gotten to the Super Bowl. But he's not the only coach the Browns hired in this week. Let's take a look at the big board. The Browns have hired Brad Roll as their new strength and conditioning coach. Mike Sullivan will take over the offensive line, along with Chris Tabor doing special teams, Scott Turner at wide receivers, and George Warhop on the offensive line. Now, they still need a defensive coordinator, so Raheem Morris is going to be interviewed tomorrow. He's the current Redskins defensive backs coach and the former head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who went a whopping 17-31 in 3 seasons, so why not get this guy? Sounds like a winner. Chip Kelly of the Eagles was introduced today as their new head coach. Chip, the former head coach at Oregon, who we all thought was coming to Cleveland, but he's not. And he's going to tell you right now that he probably took a long time with this decision, longer than people wanted him to.
I probably took a long time with this decision, and probably a lot longer than some other people probably wanted me to take, but I think for me, I've always coached and I've always been involved in this game because of the people. And it really had nothing to do. I knew what this place was all about, and it's where I wanted to be.
The Chicago Bears have hired a CFL coach to be their new head coach today. Mark Trestman, formerly of the Cleveland Browns in the 80s, was introduced today as their brand new head coach. In Jacksonville, they have hired Gus Bradley. He is the former head coach. He's the former defensive coordinator in Seattle. Now he's the head coach. I'm sure that will go horribly. Manti Te'o, we've all heard this story. You heard my opinion earlier. It's a disaster of a story. He doesn't know what he's doing as far as the dating world seems to go, because he's got a fake girlfriend he's had for 3 years. Apparently he found out a few days ago that she was dead or something like that. Anyhow, let's move on to the Cavs, who we actually care about. The Cavs now up to 10-31. Unbelievable, people. Kyrie Irving again last night, 31 points, as you see him dribbling, and shooting. And I think he made it, but the monitor's a long ways away. I'm sure he made it, because we probably wouldn't have shown it if he missed.
We wouldn't have shown that.
This guy also makes it. Again, we wouldn't show you if he missed. So Cavs go on to win 100-86, and they'll be in Philadelphia tomorrow.
That was a quality sportscast, as Dave Chudowski would say.
I would like to say I love watching you guys on television.
Oh, wow.
You're great on Dateline.
Oh, he's good. He's good. Thanks, Matt. Thank you for watching. Brian is up next.
And Jimmy and Robin will be back tonight at 7. Remember, you can always find the latest news, weather, and updates at WKYC.com.
Thanks for watching Channel 3 News. Get the latest news, weather, and sports on the go with our brand new iPad app. Download it for free now in the iTunes Store.